you started your data protocol with addiction treatment, but when you are visiting different ashrams, there is an entirely different range of services like you are focusing. How you see this possibility of treating not only just addicts but people in general?
Well, it's not so much of a range as you might have thought. NADA in addiction treatment is mostly at the beginning or at crisis points, and we're helping the person learn to tolerate slower, more preventive treatments, the same way the herbal treatments are slower, more preventive. Again, people in addiction treatment, oh, I have to give him methadone. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do that. I can't just treat him as a potentially mature adult and go at things slowly. Well, with the ear acupuncture you can. And you have to go at things slowly if you're going to build someone's awareness and personality. So we are dealing with different people, but not a very different circumstance. I had a friend who was a therapist, and he said, I have all these patients, they'll never go to groups. They hate groups. Well, one NADA treatment, they all volunteered for groups. So that's helping in a similar way. Helping away from immediate kill the symptom medicine to something else. There are a lot of times a person has to go through a medical treatment that is depressing and so on. They need help to do that. We just can't say, be brave, shut up, and do this. We need to give them some help. And NADA, I think, is very much an antidote to the superficial anxiety that people go through now.
Okay, while we are talking in terms of treatment, because there was a time when you saw this NADA protocol as a treatment. Treatment means there is some illness or there is some problem or disease is there. But when you start thinking in terms of using the same protocol in terms of well-being, or how do you communicate the same thing to other people, like who are in general public, who might not have it, or they have not identified any problem, but still if you want to communicate, how best you can?
Because they see a distinction between the crisis treatment and the wellness treatment. I think that's a distinction in our mind. Wellness is balance and prepare for growth. If the crisis, you need that all the more. What we are not doing is just putting them to sleep, giving them heroin or alcohol for a crisis. That's what most of the treatments do. Put a person in a cage, he'll feel better. Put him to sleep, he'll feel better. And this is a different way of approaching, because what looks like a crisis isn't so desperate as it looks. People have lived through trauma, crisis all their life. We take much more fuss than we used to, but there have been floods and wars and injuries and death, always, and healthy people deal with that. So we're not dealing with something different than ordinary life. It looks like it because of the publicity and because Western medicine looks for an excuse to use their treatment, to have another billable visit. So if I can label something as responsive and make it desperate. You're so hungry you have to have food right now. You can't wait till you come home, so you're going to eat a cheap product rather than waiting an hour to get home. That's harmful for everybody. And it makes us all not in the growth spirit at all. So we're doing something that is much more similar than the books, than we saw it from the outside. Initially, you have addicts in treatment. You always treat their relatives, you always treat their codependents. So right from the beginning, it was clear this treatment helped the relatives, the presumably well people, just as much as it helped the client. But we lived in a world where you can only help people that you were paid to help. And you can only talk about helping people that you are paid to help. So if nobody can make money off it, in New York it doesn't exist. Wellness treatment therefore doesn't exist. But in the minds of people who are trying to help people.